Hello everyone and welcome to Crafty Thursday. This week it is pre-recorded. I'm going to be in Brisbane for a leadership, Vegas in Brisbane leadership meeting with Stampin'Up. So I'm recording this one. So we're using the beautiful Cheers to the Season stamp set. And let's just come down and get stuck into our little card for you tonight. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget, even though I'm not doing this live, to leave a comment and your name, because I still put you in gift giving, and yeah, so don't forget to do that. If you're new and you haven't been here before, my name's Teresa Brown. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator from Warragul in Victoria. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp out our beautiful Christmas decorations here. And I'm doing these ones in the gorgeous wild wheat. I'm going to come down and pop that down in there. These will dry a lot lighter. So once you get going, you'll be able to they'll dry lighter as they dry down. Okay, so let's pop that aside for a minute because we have other things to do. We're also going to be using the leaf. Where's the leaf gone? Maybe I left it in the... No, I know I took it out. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I'm going to take this one off. And I'm going to share with you how to put the backing onto the stamp. Okay, so I'm just going to pull the backing out. Oh, this one here. Oh, it's amazing how it's all stuck in there. Let me pull this out. Pop this back in here. It does show you on the inside of the lid if you're not sure, but this is how I'm going to share with you how to do this today. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to peel. This is the tacky side. I'm going to lift the leaf up. I'm going to leave that side on just for a minute. Now I'm going to put the image down onto my block. And I'm just going to lay it down onto the block. Now this is the tacky side. And I'm going to lift this white bit off. Okay, so you can all sort of see what we're doing here. We've got the image now onto my block. The sticky bit is up and the cling bit is underneath. And then we're going to line this up exactly over the whole image down there. Okay, now our image is on our stamp. Now I'm going to leave it on there while I do some stamping. So I'm going to grab my piece of cardstock here. I'll move that over there for the moment. Now I'm going to use some markers on here because I want to do lots of different colours on here. So I've got the pecan pie. So I'm going to come in with the pecan pie first, just up, and I'm sort of doing this around where the vein of the stamp is. And I'm going to come in with real red. I'm just going to come in with a bit of real red. And I'm going to come in with, and you know what I left over on the bench again? Oh my God. One day I'll remember to bring everything over. It's funny because I work in different parts in my craft room. And yeah, so you sort of think you've got everything where you want to do it. Not always. Okay, and then we're going to bring in a bit of Cranjig Craze, which is a bit of a different colour again. Okay, it's okay. I'm just going to quickly go and grab my spray bottle. Not sure if that's my water one. No, is that my water? No. Okay, I'm not sure where my water is. It's funny where it disappears when you want it. Sorry about that. It's amazing how things just disappear when you want it to. I'm just going to spray a little bit onto my stamp. No, that's alcohol. Okay, we're just going to stamp that down. I don't think that's... Oh, yes, it's going to work a little bit differently because it's alcohol. So we could have done that on the vellum, which would have been nice. So let's do that on the vellum. I have a piece of vellum here that I was using this morning. Let's give that a go on the vellum. Okay, so you can sort of see that I'm having a play now. That's actually rubbing alcohol in there, not water. So I'm going to come on back with putting some colour into my leaf. I want it sort of reddish browns. I'm just going to do it a little bit different to how I coloured it before. Just going to add some deeper colour around the outer side. Add a bit of this through it as well. Okay. I wonder if that's still wet enough. I'm just trying something. Oh, that turned out quite nice actually. And the So Thank You turned out really good in there as well. So you can do it onto your vellum with the rubbing alcohol. Very nice. I'm going to do another one back on my card. Cardstock. So once again, I'm going to come in with some real red. And I don't think I need to spray anymore because it's seems to have a lot still on there at the moment. Come in with my Cranjig Craze over some of the writing. And then come in with the darker one. Cherry Cobbler. Okay, so just really wherever you want to place it, fine. I'm going to huff on it, just bring it up to the surface of the stamp. And that's come out really lovely as well, the way I wanted it. So that's really lovely. I really like that. That's what I wanted. Okay, so let's do that all over again. Just come in with some red, wherever you want it. And then some Cranjig Craze. Some Cherry Cobbler. We're going to huff on it. And then come down. Beautiful. Now I'm just going to grab my beautiful chamois here and use my Stamp Quick Clean. Yep. It's all come off, which is good. Now, when you're bringing this up for the first time, be mindful that you've just stuck it. So just lift it on the corner and make sure that you actually get hold of the cling, and then you can bring it off. You can see that it's cling, okay? Yeah, so just be mindful when you've done it for the first time, that you don't rip it off the back of the stamp straight away, because that can happen if you pull too hard. Okay, so make sure that you grab it and lift it gently up and off. Okay, and I love that it worked on the vellum as well. That's drying off now quite well, so you can sort of see that's really beautiful. And you can sort of see if it's on paper, it's going to stand out really well with the vellum. Okay, let's get back to our card making. I'm not going to use dies for this. I just want to fussy cut them because I want them, I don't want lots of white line around. And I don't mind that they've got the so thankful on there. That's okay because it tells a little bit of a story. So we're going to cut these out. Okie dokie. Who's having a good day? Well, remember, while you're watching this, I'll be heading down to Melbourne to catch the plane to Brisbane. And I will share lots of photos with you. I'm a little bit excited because not only are we going to a leadership convention with some leaders up there, and the beautiful Emma from New Zealand, we are also going to the Australian Zoo. I'm excited. And all the times I've lived in Queensland, I never went to the Australian Zoo. So, it's interesting, isn't it? So, but that's okay. We don't always get to do what we want to when we're in the area because we're working. Who finds that when you live in an area and you've got all these beautiful places to look at and you're working so hard that you don't get to see half the places that you would love to? I mean, when I lived in Northern Territory, yes, I did get to visit Alice Springs and that, and got to travel around to Darwin and different places, but it's quite amazing when you live in towns, you don't get to visit all those beautiful places that you want to go and see. I have gone on the Puff and Billy here when I was even a child because I grew up in Olinda. So I have seen Sherbrooke Forest and a lot of those Fern Tree Gully and lots of places around in Victoria. Seen snow because both Olinda and also Rawson where I lived. And yes, I did travel around a lot. Not now. Now I'm put. Staying put. Okay, so let's go with this one, last one. Cut these out. I love the colours when you add the colours with your markers, how you can get these beautiful autumn tone colours through your, on your stamp, you know, so I was going to do a wash, and by spraying it with water, as you could tell I was going to do that, but anyhow, I didn't end up doing that, but I'm still happy with the result of my leaves and how they've come out. Just doing them on white cardstock instead of watercolor paper. It's okay. Okay, around we go. So tell me, what are you doing for the weekend? What's everyone doing for the weekend? What's everyone got planned? Tell me in the comments what you're doing for the weekend. Are you getting to do some craft? That would be lovely, wouldn't it? Craftings are so much fun. It really is. Okay, so we've got our one that was stamped out. Now on the back here, I want to stamp out some of these little dots on the background first. So I'm sort of going to put this is going to go into here, and we're going to layer the leaves coming in around here. And I thought I'd put that light one in there because it sort of breaks up the three colours. So we're going to put them in there, but I want to put the reds on there too. And I did cut these out earlier and put these for these to go onto here. So they're going to go onto there. But I think we'll put some soft of this colour, the wild wheat, on the background as well. Okay, so I'm just going to grab a block and grab my wild wheat, and I'm just going to add this randomly. I'm going to have to be careful that I don't put lines. Sort of like making your own background paper a little bit. Okay, that's enough. So we've got some little dots happening there, which is really nice. So we're going to bring this up. Now, you can sort of see that it's got no colour underneath that, but that's okay. We don't really need to, but I'm going to just bring some dimensions down the centre to start off with, just down the centre, or more to one side, more to this side, the right side. So I'm just going to put 3 there because I can add more, okay? But this is just going to give me my guide here to start off with. I'm going to bring this down here. Oh, I might come over here a bit more. And then I can work out, I'm going to put this one, I'm going to put some dimensions on this one. That rubbing alcohol I can still smell. It's quite strong when you're not expecting it to be rubber alcohol. It's got it in the wrong bottle, I'm sure. Okay, this one's coming down in here, so I'm going to have that one coming out like that to start off with, because I want to bring the darker ones to the top, but I'm just going to work out whether I want 1 or 2. I might stick these ones on first. Okay, let's go with sticking these on first, and that will give us more idea of where we want that red. Oh, nearly dropped them. Okay, so we've got them on. Now I'm going to use some of the gold, where I put that gold. Silver, I mean. Where did I put that silver? I might have put it away already. I put things away before I even realise I need them again. That's all right. I'm just going to use the red ribbon. This is a really good tip that we picked up from Ballarat. One of the classes we did up there with some of the ladies. was using a little clip to hold your ribbon into place, which is a fantastic idea. I sometimes do that, and I sometimes use a mini glue dot, but yeah, this is a really good way of doing it. Okay, bring my ribbon back around my thumb and up through the hole. It's handy being a dressmaker beforehand, because you make lots of bows when you're a dressmaker. I don't want a real big bow, but I want a reasonable bow. Okay, not too big, Teresa. So I'm just going to pull it a little bit less. You just got to keep playing with it until you get it the size you want. Then I'm going to turn them upside down like this. Pull them really, really tight, because when you pull them really tight, it gives you something to really grip onto, and cut them on an angle. Okay, and then wind my ribbon back around so it doesn't get all messy. Pull it to the side and place my little clip on it. Okay, so now it's all there. Now I want this on here, and I really wanted to add some of that silver, and I must have moved it, but that's all right. Now I have a couple of leaves here somewhere that I have cut out. Oh God. Isn't it weird? You have things and they just disappear off the table. Not really. It's just my mess all around that you can't see. Oh, well, you probably can see it. You could probably well imagine what it's like. It's no, I put it away. Definitely put it away. It's not sitting there, because if it was sitting here, it would be here. But that's all right. I'm not really going to be too worried about it. But I've got a couple of leaves here that I'm going to place in under here as well. They got like the ferny one, and this was out of the owl, the winter owl set. That's this one here, and I just stamped them in the wild wet and then just fussy cut around by hand. So I'm going to bring these in as well. I might just do them both down to the bottom yet. I'm not quite sure where I want things, so we're just going to not sure if I even want them two on there or just one. I'm trying to work it out what I want. Okay. I think we need it going this way. And some of these are just a bit big. I think I'll stick to just laying them on top of one another and do what I was originally going to do. I was just having a little play, and that's what you need to do. Have a little play, stick your things in and see what you like. Okay, because sometimes you think you look at it and you go, oh yeah, I want that, and then you look at it and you go, oh no, I don't want that. Now I want to turn this around a little bit so it sits on like that, and then I'm going to bring this one over the top again. Probably should have put the little light one in between, but look, it doesn't matter. There's really no right, no wrong. So we're going to come in with this just slightly off the other way now. So you've got that nice shadowing effect happening in there. And I'm sort of looking at these, but to me they're just a bit big. So I'm going to just roughly trim these smaller. Yeah, you can do that, you know. no one says you have to use the whole stamp set, the whole, and I just didn't want them quite that big hanging out, but I did want some on there. So up the top now, I'm just going to do a little bit of in and out to get that little spikies. Okay, a little bit down the side here, just so it looks like it's a little bit of a top. Just going to use glue on this. I'm not going to dimension this. I'm just going to add a bit of glue down the bottom here. Not up the top, but just down the bottom. And then I'm going to slide this in on here because it just gives it a little bit in there. Yep, that's stuck. Sometimes you just don't want all of it. I'm going to leave that side because it's quite good. And I'll just come up and cut this off and cut this off at the bottom here. And we're just cutting these little V's, cutting some little V's into it. Just so it doesn't have a square top. So it looks a little bit like a fern or a little bit like flower. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll go with that through that one there. Okay, once you worked out where you got it, it's okay. You can sort of put some glue on it, and you know where you're going to put it down, and that's why I didn't put dimensions really strong there. We're going to now bring that in on a red card. Okay, so we're going to come in with the red card. And I decided that I was going to, I've got this tiny little bit of silver here that I had from before. So I've decided that I'm going to just add this little bit of silver behind my red. So I'm going to get a mini glue dot. And I'm going to push that onto my ribbon. So you can see the mini glue dots now on the ribbon. And I'm just going to get this silver and I'm just going to stick it on the mini glue dot and twist it around. Because I just want to twist it back, and have it sort of hanging there. I don't mind where. I'm just going to grab another mini glue dot on top of that. So just press it in. And we're going to bring this up to the side of our card here. Then we're going to come in with this on here. You can either raise it up with dimensions or you can just do it with glue, which I'm just gluing down today. Now, I like to cut my card this way when I'm doing a long card that opens up because they sit so much better than if you do it where they sit like that. A lot of the time, if the card's too heavy, it's going to fall open like this. So I like to cut the card long ways down at 10.5 to start off with. Now I'm going to get my Wink of Stella pen, which is here, and I'm going to do put some Wink of Stella on my ornaments here. Ooh, careful, because you know what happens when you do that, don't you? the writing goes red if you go over, pink if you go over the writing. I forgot. Very quick to forget. It's all right. We're allowed to forget. Okay, so I'm just going to add some on there. So you will have to be very mindful if you're going to touch up your leaves a little bit. Just touch them up in little places. Okay, be a little bit mindful of where they're actually going with the Wink Stella, especially if you want your writing white. Now, once again, we've got those beautiful shimmer gems. I think they're called sparkly adhesive back sparkle gems. These are gorgeous. I love them. And I just thought we're going to add a touch of black to this on it. Pictorial was right here, and I'm just going to add some black to it because just to make them stand out a little bit more. And put out black there, and I need a little black, go for the little black one down here. Really beautiful. And then this black one you can even bring in on the end of the leaf if you want to, but if you do that, you've got 4, and you don't want 4, you want 5. So now we have 5, because you either want 3 or 5 or 7. Okay, you want them odd, because if you have them even, they look like a square. Okay, so we have this. Now we are going to place our red card inside. These are just my standard sizes. So this one is 14 by 10 centimeters. And then the white one is 13.5 by 9.5 centimeters. That's your mat. Okay, let's come up and say hello everyone, good to see you. Look at this, isn't it gorgeous? And it says, so thankful this is the season. And I just love that, and I love the way the colours all come together with the markers on the leaf. It was really, yeah, really gorgeous. So I hope you enjoyed our little class. Don't forget to leave a comment if you're watching the replay. Hello, and thank you for joining me. God bless you all, and I will be pre-recording for Monday, and not sure about Tuesday yet, whether I'm actually going to be doing a class or when I get home. I'm not sure what time I'm going to get home, or whether or not I'll just give Tuesday a miss next week. I'm not too sure. God bless you all. I'll do some videos anyhow from the zoo. How's that? God bless you all. Thank you for joining me. Bye for now.